this machine, the W, he misses it. Come out, they now start to make
Hello and welcome to IESF 13th World Championship here in Eilat, Israel. This is the final day for Dota 2. We are very excited. My name is Omer, this is Aaron. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm super excited for the grand finals. It's going to be today. We've got two great teams going to play off against each other. Team Czech Republic versus Team Sweden. We got to see a bit of Czech Republic performance yesterday on stage, and it was absolutely impressive.
A beautiful semi-final win. We had a 2-1 win on Team Kosovo. It was an outstanding match, and personally, I couldn't ask for anything better than that. So let's review some of the events that happened yesterday. So we had Team Czech Republic playing against Team Kosovo, and we had Sweden playing against Israel, which they won 2-0. Then Sweden won Team Kosovo 2-0 as well. And Sweden made it back to the final, which is really, really interesting because in the first game of this tournament, Czech Republic played against Sweden and won 2-0. And now Sweden made it all the way back from the loser brackets into the finals. And we are just thrilled and very excited to see it happening. We will begin the games very shortly. We just have some technical difficulties here. And until then, I want to hear your thoughts about today. What do you think will going to happen? How is this going to go down?
Well, if we're judging about, if we're judging it based on yesterday's performance, we're probably going to see a lot of bans on some of the heroes that we've seen yesterday.
Definitely.
I feel like Faceless Void has been a very popular pick for both teams yesterday. The Disruptor's been amazing yesterday. Just like both teams have been playing him out of their minds. And it'll be interesting to see if we see some of the same bans as well, like Dawnbreaker, Ember Spirit, that sort of stuff.
I'm pretty sure Czech Republic are going to mark that off their list straight away, first bans, definitely.
Yeah. Why do you think so? What's so special about those heroes?
I think Czech Republic really know what their strength and what their weakness is, and when heroes like Dawn and Ember Spirit are coming to play, it is just very, very hard for them to counter. Dawnbreaker is a very, very hard hero to play against. She's has a lot of utilities, and she's able to do massive damage and tank a lot of damage. And with the combo of either her or Ember Spirit in the game, these are just heroes who travel a lot. These are heroes who do a lot of damage. You just don't want them off. So Czech Republic are just saying immediately, first time, we're not messing with that, we're not dealing with that. We know our weaknesses, this is our weakness, we're not playing against that.
Okay. Let's give out a quick shout out to the partners of this tournament who made this amazing, production happen. So thank you very much to Republic of Gaming, ASUS, IESA, Israeli Esports Association, Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, Republic of Korea, Maccabi World Union, Maccabi Ya, City of Eilat, IESF, Taiwan Excellence, Handbitsoft, and the rest of our wonderful partners who made this day happen. These couple of days happen.
It's amazing. Now, right now we fixed our technical issues. We're going to move back into the game. We have game number 1 of the final day of Dota 2 IESF 13th World Championship. very excited to see Sweden versus Czech Republic. Now, before we start the whole game, I want to talk a little bit about the teams. So Czech Republic, we've seen them so far quite a bit. We see they're a team who knows how to play coordinated. They're a team who knows how to play together and just get all their combos together, and they just know how to bring it on.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we have Team Sweden. Team Sweden is a team that I personally followed throughout the entire tournament. After their first loss to Czech Republic, I didn't have much hopes for them, and they managed to bring it back. They managed to prove themselves. And you can just see that Team Sweden is a team that knows how to play each and every hero. They are very versatile. They know how to play their heroes, and they know how to play as a team. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this is going to come down versus Czech Republic.
Yeah, yeah. Also mentioning just the high individual skill that we saw yesterday out of Czech Republic's players is going to be something very exciting that we could see coming out here as well. We see that their first pick is the Wind Ranger. Being a first pick, it might not be mid as we saw yesterday, but who knows? We might be able to get to see that mid Wind Ranger once again, making some amazing plays, some awesome snipes that we saw yesterday.
That was an amazing play by Mambos. And also, I have really, really high hopes from Czech Republic's DX. He's a player that played yesterday Razor, and he just proved to us how to bring it on, how to prevent the other team's carry from farming, from being in the lane, and eventually this is what gave them the win in the last game.
Yeah. So this is going to be a nice breath of fresh air. We've got a different team today, different picks. So Czech Republic, we're seeing some of the same stuff we saw yesterday, the Void, the Wind Ranger. And out of Team Sweden, we've got Mars Bane opening, which is very cool.
True. Mars Bane is a very interesting combo because once you use Mars's big ulti, Bane is just free to roam around, he's free to put people to sleep who are outside, he's free to use his ulti on people that are inside, and it's just very, very versatile to work together with them. Now, I am concerned a little bit how Mars is going to go versus the Void, because Mars is a hero that needs to pop up his ulti very, very early in the team fight, and Void is a hero that just jumps in, does his ult, and runs back. Now, I'm really, really interested to see how this is going to play down.
Yeah. Bane Mars in general is a very potent combo just because you've got easy setup for stuns, right? Nightmare into the spear is basically a free stun anytime. Just Bane in general, I like his kit versus the two heroes that Czech Republic picked so far just because of how easy it is to just single target disable someone and put them out of the fight for however long they need to be, right? Nightmare lasts for forever.
Ever.
This
is
4,
a nightmare. This is why it's called Nightmare.
Yeah. And then Fiend's Grip, obviously one of the better single target spells in the game. Enfeeble, let's not forget Enfeeble. Enfeeble is super strong in this game, basically lowering their attack speed. Which is huge versus someone like Faceless Void, who relies on a lot of attack speed in order to dish out a lot of damage inside the Chronosphere.
Or wind with her ulti, basically. Now, I'm really interested to look at Czech Republic's bans. Now, if you look at their bans, they're banning heroes like Witch Doctor, Sand King, Bloodseeker, Skyref. These are heroes that are very, very single target based. Now, to me, it tells that basically what Team Czech Republic here is trying to do is they're planning to play against their combos. They're trying to play with their combos, trying to play against all the disables. They don't want any disables like Bloodseeker, like Skyref. They want to be able to jump in, do their magic, and run back. And I'm very interested to see how Team Sweden is going to react to this.
Another thing that you can see from their bans is a lot of magic damage, a lot of pure damage being banned out. Skywrath being a very, very high magic damage outputter, as well as Sand King. Bloodseeker with Bloodright is nothing to be scoffed at. It's pure damage. Snapfire as well with a ton of magic damage. They really want to protect those cores that need to kind of stand still and deal damage like Faceless Void. They don't want anything happening inside the Chronosphere that'll disrupt Faceless Void.
And here we are coming with Team Sweden with the third pick. We have Weaver coming to the play. Now, Weaver is a very annoying hero to play against. He's a hero that forces Czech Republic supports to buy a lot of sentries, a lot of dust. He's a hero that you need a whole army to play against.
Admiral Conker.
And really interesting here. We see two instant picks from Czech Republic. We got Kunka coming into play and Winter Wyvern. Now, I would like to remind you from yesterday's game where Team Kosovo against the Czech Republic, their instant ban, first ban, was Kunka. That means Team Kosovo yesterday did their homework. They knew that Czech Republic's Kunka is a scary hero. And I'm a bit concerned for Team Sweden about how they're going to play against this.
Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, Kunka, Winter Wyvern, both heroes that have big team fight abilities. Combos well with the Faceless Void. Obviously, you can throw your boat in there. Lots of sustain coming out of those two heroes. Yep. Winter Wyvern's got her heal, and Kunka's got the boat buff, which reduces damage taken. So far, I'm liking the balance between the composition of Czech Republic's heroes. Team Sweden going for a Death Prophet. So they're banking on a lot of physical damage here coming out of Sweden, Team Sweden. You got the Weaver and the Death Prophet and the Mars both outputting lots of physical damage.
Now, I think Death Prophet is a hero that is also hard to play because she has nearly 4-second silence, and it is just insane. Like, when you need to play against Death Prophet, it's just a matter of seconds until she catches either Faceless Void or Kunka in the silence, and that's it. Their whole team fight, their whole combo is gonna go down.
Yeah. So I'm gonna predict right now.
Yeah.
If Team Sweden do not find that Winter Wyvern early on and disable her and make sure she doesn't get her spells off, then they're probably going to lose. Why do I say that? Wyvern is the key to countering this entire lineup.
True.
Wyvern's heal also makes them immune to physical damage, which is most of Team Sweden's output here. So as soon as Team Sweden try and go on one of the heroes, Winter Wyvern gets her heal off, they're not dealing damage anymore. Okay? Wyvern's ulti is a huge team fight turnaround, right? So as soon as, you know, Bane gets a Fiend's Grip on somebody or Mars gets his ulti off, you cast Winter's Curse and you just basically turn the fight around. You delay the fight. You make sure that their abilities don't get used in the way they want to be used.
True. Now we see a final pick from Czech Republic. We see Rubik here, which is, I think personally, was exactly what they needed here. They want the silence from Death Prophet. They want Mars's ulti. They want Bane's Enfeeble or ulti.
There's plenty of good spells to steal here by Rubik.
Exactly.
And you know what that also tells me? That also tells me that Wind Ranger is going to be mid again.
And
so
not
we're going to see the
Kunka.
mid Wind Ranger. We're going to have a Kunka off lane. So Rubik 4, Kunka 3. It's going to be cool. Last pick from Sweden is going to be the Spectre. So lots of physical damage, lots of pure damage as well coming out from Dispersion and Desolate. So that's one way to deal with kind of the physical damage reduction that Czech Republic have. And it also gives them late game potential. We know Spectre, one of the better carries later in the game with a lot of farm. We're going to have to see how this goes. I really like Czech Republic's lineup. I feel like they have...
it's solid.
It's solid. It has a mix of everything, and it's got a lot of good stuff versus the heroes that Team Sweden have chosen. But Team Sweden has a decent lineup.
I'm very intrigued to see how Team Sweden is going to play this because we don't see all the combos here happening straight ahead. But it is very possible that what they did, they just picked heroes that will counter all Czech Republic's heroes. And that will give them the advantage they need. And I'm really interested to see this happening in lane.
Is a fun and balanced game.
So right now we have the early lane, and we're seeing Windrunner in the middle, and Kunka going off lane with Rubik. What are your thoughts about that? Kunka off lane.
Kunka off lane is fine. Kunka has good abilities to last hit with Tidebringer, so Kunka can secure those last hits on the range creeps. He's strength hero, so he's fairly tanky early on. You just buy a bracer or two, and you have a ton of HP early on.
True.
So not very easy to kill. And Rubik just allows them as well to kind of make sure that they can't really go on them. The lane that they're going to be against is going to be the Spectre Bane, most likely. Not the biggest kill potential. Bane is a good lane trader, right? He can trade very well with heroes. But Spectre really just wants to kind of farm a lot early on, not really go on people. She can send out a dagger now and then. But I feel like Kunkka Rubik are going to have a fairly free lane up top.
Definitely. Well, they are going to push the lane, which is going to force Spectre to farm back under the tower safe. So that might be an advantage for Team Sweden after all.
Yeah. The interesting thing I want to mention here is the Weaver 4 on Sweden. It's going to be a position 4 Weaver, which we've seen quite a lot, you know, recently. The Aghanim Scepter on Weaver is a very popular pick for Weaver 4. Allowing him to cast time-lapse on one of his allies. So that is basically one of the bigger abilities that they can use to save their allies from the disable that Czech Republic has. Someone's in Chrono, you have a save for the person stuck in Chrono, right? Someone is getting locked down by Kunkka, a Wind Ranger, you have that save. So it's a very, very powerful save ability for this game, and it could be one of the main contributors for Sweden's success. They're able to get a quick timing on it.
True. Now, as we see here in the top lane, we got the Kunkka and the Rubik as we talked, and exactly as we said, it looks like a free lane so far. What I'm more concerned about is in the bottom lane. In the bottom lane, we have Winter Wyvern playing together with the Void against the Weaver and Mars. Now, that lane can be really hard for Void because we have Weaver, which is a really harassing hero. He just sends his double attack. He just comes with Invis, doing some damage, running back. Very hard hero to play against in lane. And I'm afraid this will be farm preventage from Void.
Yeah, it is a Weaver 4, meaning he'll be getting less XP than usual than if you saw like a Weaver Core Wyvern taking a ton of damage. And that is going to be first blood. Coming out, Weaver getting that last hit and getting all that juicy gold from First Blood.
First blood for Team Sweden. I don't think they saw it coming, I'll be honest with you. And maybe this is time for Czech Republic to understand who are they against. Because so far, Czech Republic, they won every single game of the tournament except a single game versus Kosovo, which they managed to return from. And I think they are right now on the high horse. They're feeling confident, they're feeling well. How is this going to play for them if they're going to lose the momentum?
Well, it is the laning phase. It's still very, very early, right? First blood doesn't necessarily mean a lot. Obviously, it's for Sweden, it's a nice kind of benefit to have that extra gold on the Weaver. Like I said, Weaver getting an early axe is going to be huge. But in general, you know what? This lane is actually kind of scary. Weaver has the Swarm, which lowers enemies' armor, right? And it's kind of annoying to remove without abilities that, you know, attack fast, like high attack speed abilities in order to remove it. So that comboed with God's Rebuke from Mars is a lot of damage, a lot of harass. And Void and Wyvern aren't really that tanky early on. So, so they do have to be careful.
True. Now, right now we see here in the top lane, that's a misclick from Kunkka, I would say.
A bit of a miscommunication there, I'd say. The lift not bringing him into the torrent.
But that's alright. No one's dead, no one casualties, we're good. If we look in the middle, right now we have Death Prophet with 17 CS over 60 now of Wind Ranger. It seems pretty decent. Oh, we got here the sleep. And the Torrent's coming in into Spectre to save Rubik. And he's going to survive.
Nice, Rubik gets the lift into Bane, getting him closer to the tower. Rubik does go down, but Bane is going to take quite a bit of damage. In the end, does survive.
Playing aggressive here. He knows he wants the last seat. He knows the creep score at this stage is very, very crucial for him.
The Torrent was a good way to try and kind of delay the kill. Got the Spectre away from the Bane, but in the end, positioning matters, and Rubik did go down.
We got a lot of damage incoming here from Void and Winter Wyvern over the Mars and Weaver. Which this is what they need. Eventually, Weaver and Mars is doing a lot of damage to Void, and they are preventing them from farming. And using all the harass they can in the bottom lane to prevent them from even getting to the lane. This is what they need. This is what the space they need to create for Void to farm. And I think this is something that Team Czech Republic are just doing beautifully game after game. We saw it also with their Spirit Breaker, how they are just able to create the space they need, how they're able to just make the room for it.
Oh, Mars misses his spear. That could have been quite an easy kill on the Wyvern if he had hit that. But in the end, they just back off. In the meantime, this top lane is going free for
very
Kunkka
hot.
Rubik died once, but Kunkka is getting farm, and they're harassing the Spectre quite a bit, despite Rubik going down once in this lane. That Tidebringer doing a lot of damage, and Spectre really needs to farm early on. Spectre is a farm-heavy hero. She wants her items. She doesn't really want to participate early on in team fights.
Oh, got here trying to chase Bane down, but nothing's going to come out from this.
Yep.
I'm a little bit worried for the Spectre, because right now Spectre is alone in lane. She has no healing whatsoever, just a simple one with one charge. This can go down very bad for her, and she cannot die. Spectre is a hero, like you said, she's very farm dependent, and I think Team Sweden here are playing for the late game with Spectre. Got Void and Wyvern here jumping over, Weaver getting a kill on them. Spear Void into the trees, nothing's gonna come out from this. He's trying to get some more hits, trying to get some more CS, but eventually gonna get healed by the Winter Wyvern.
Yeah. Rubik taking a lot of damage here. The X marks the spot, gonna bring Bane back into the Torrent, and that is gonna be a kill on the Bane. Rubik manages to get away with a salve, healing him up.
Exactly.
So
we had a good kill here. Oh, and Winter, we got Windrunner jumping over Death Prophet here to actually
the exorcism.
It's gonna get her killed, and that is a kill for the middle for Death Prophet, and this is the little edge that Team Sweden is gonna need.
Yeah, one of the nice things Death Prophet has versus Wind Ranger is the Exorcism. Exorcism doesn't care about evasion, so Windrun doesn't do anything to protect Wind Ranger from that Exorcism damage. She does have to back off if Exorcism is popped. Otherwise, as you see, she takes a lot of damage and eventually doesn't win that 1v1.
True. Now Death Prophet Exorcism is gonna end. She's gonna just get some vision, trying to get maybe even a bounty rune, but Rubik is there. He's saying no, getting the rune. Now she could have went to the top and get a kill on Kunkka potentially, and create this, or at least create the space for Spectre. But I think she tries to focus more on the last hit to prevent Windrunner from farming, and that is crucial at the moment.
Yeah, the thing about Death Prophet is every time Exorcism is up, you want to use it for objectives. Since she used it for a kill there in the mid, she doesn't have it now for quite a while, so she can't really push down towers. Usually you want to try and push down towers early with the Exorcism. So we are going to see her staying around mid until Exorcism is up again, and then we'll see whether she decides to use it for a gank on one of the side lanes or to push out mid.
True. So far, the net worth seems kind of decent. We got here Windrunner trying to jump over Death Prophet again, but Exorcism is not going to be available. And just use the ulti, got some damage, got some shackles, scared her off.
Immediate TP from Bane.
Immediate TP, that is a good call out for Sweden. We got Weaver trying to get a Winter Wyvern with a lot of damage.
Nice
Winter
heal.
Wyvern is going to heal himself, and Weaver is missing. Even though they do see him, they do have a ward there, so they see him coming, but they just not be able to get a kill. Meanwhile, Void doing some very, very nice damage on Mars here, along with Winter Wyvern, which I think they're setting up the kill. Right now, if you look at it, Winter Wyvern, Mars, they have very low HP, not much of a regen, and they're setting up the kill for later.
Yep, both teams playing the lanes very well. Winter Wyvern managing to survive that attack from Weaver, as well as getting a nice Splinter Blast off later. I mean, both of their off lanes are doing pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a little bit concerned for Spectre's farm early on, because right now she's 1k down to the Kunkka, and this is a net worth that is going to play bad for her, because she will need the farm, and that means that later on in the game she's not going to be able to participate in
Look
team
how
fights.
manly this Kunkka is. Okay, rotation coming in from Death Prophet. The Torrent's going to be put out in order to try and delay their advance, but now Nightmare keeping him in place. There's the Spirit Link, but Kunkka just TP's out. No stuns available. Nightmare was already used. So Kunkka creating a lot of space. Oh, Mars has to use his ulti to try and get the Void away from him, but Void manages to jump in just in time. Chrono is used. Is there going to be enough damage? That bash is going to be enough in order to secure the kill. Weaver goes down as well in the mid lane.
That
to Wind
is
Ranger.
an excellent farm from Void. This is what Void needed. This is the edge he needed. And right now, as you can see in his net worth, he got the edge, he got the advantage, and he can keep on farming. We got a pause here. Probably something technical. We'll continue into this very soon. Now, I want to talk about Spectre a little bit more here.
Sunstrike.
Now, Spectre is a hero that will need more farm, will need to be more towards the late game. But right now, she's a little bit behind. As we can see in the net worth, she's 3.3k, while the rest of the Radiant team are way above her with a significant increase. Now, this means Spectre will not be able to participate early on in team fights and might miss on a good farm. And this is the advantage the Czech Republic needs. And this is what they're good at. In every single game Czech Republic has played, we have seen how very, very early on they managed to push, they managed to get the early advantage, and they managed to get to the point and create a big gap between their farm and the other team's farm. And this might be the turnover, this early on basically decision that Spectre will need to farm.
Yeah. Something we've really noticed in the games yesterday is that Czech Republic manages to win their lanes pretty heavily. So we can see that here as well, the net worth on all three cores of Czech Republic being in the top 4. The only one topping that being the Death Prophet, who managed to get a solo kill on the Wind Ranger, so it's kind of understandable. Death Prophet's also pretty good at flash farming with her Q ability. So so Death Prophet's going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting here early in the game in order to help her Spectre out.
You don't have
because both Spectre and Mars are kind of struggling a bit here early on in the game, I'd say.
True. Now, basically, I think the really important something to notice here is Windrunner is going for Maelstrom again. We've seen them play the Windrunner with the Maelstrom against Team Kosovo, and that did wonders for them. That brought all the damage Windrunner needed, and I think here against very tanky heroes like Spectre, heroes like Death Prophet, this might not be the right decision, because here she's going to face up against super tanky heroes, and that might not be enough damage for them, especially with Void. Void is a hero that leashes on to the supports, to the low health heroes who can just kill them very early, very easily, and this might be the advantage for Team Sweden here for the late game. Now, I would like to hear your thoughts about the Bane Mars together with Spectre combo.
Well, I feel like Mars is going to be one of the more important heroes here, because the ability to lock down someone for a long period of time, it's going to allow Spectre to just haunt in and find an easy kill. Spectre's going to have difficulty taking down these supports as well, because Wyvern, as we said, has a heal ability, and even with Desolate, it'll be hard to get. Oh, a nice little time walk there in order to dodge the spear. Death Prophet is rotating bottom in order to put pressure onto the bottom tower. The Exorcism is up, and she is going to cast it, so they are going to commit for this bottom tier 1.
Exactly, like you said, when you have Exorcism, you want to activate it, you want to get the objective, you want to get the tower. And they are taking over the lane, which forces Faceless Void to rotate top. And the Team Czech Republic are just, they know if they are taking our tier 1, we're gonna take their tier 1. Here we got Faceless Void and Kunkka with Rubik here, taking down the tower as quick as possible. And I believe they're just gonna rotate back to their lanes.
If we're seeing some of the same item builds coming out of these cores, Faceless Void goes for the Mask of Madness. Like you said, Wind Ranger going for the Maelstrom. Kunkka's going for a Spirit Vessel. I like the Spirit Vessel. It's a very important item to have versus Death Prophet, because Death Prophet has a lot of healing coming in from both her Spirit Link and the Exorcism. So that makes Spirit Vessel a very useful item.
Yeah, we got
Bane,
Rubik and Kunkka here trying to get a kill with the smoke, and with a nice power shot, they are able to get a kill into Bane.
Yeah.
Mars popping up his ulti, Weave and Wyvern is going to use the health to survive as much damage as possible. Spectre coming in the fight, and they're now focusing very hard on the Kunkka. Kunkka is trying to do a lot of damage and escape, but at the end, they're just positioning very well. They surround him from all different angles, and there's nothing he can do. So overall, this is a good trade for Team Sweden. They traded a Bane for a Kunkka, and all their players were in the kill, were participated, got the XP, got the gold. This is what they needed.
Yep, they managed to get the kill on the Bane, despite Bane kind of delaying it a bit using Nightmare, but they afterwards were kind of out of position, and rotations coming in from the rest of Team Sweden made it so that Kunkka could not escape. He also tried to cast the boat on the heroes rather than himself.
True.
He might have been able to survive a bit longer if the boat had also affected him and given him the boat buff, but in the end, it might not have mattered. Kunkka was very much out of position there, and probably was going to die anyway.
Yep, definitely. Kunkka here rotating to the bottom, going to keep on farming. Now, I want to ask you, if you were Spectre in this match, which item build would you go? Because
not Axe first.
Not Axe, because yesterday Team Kosovo, they played Spectre against the Czech Republic. They brought the Axe, and that played not very well for them. What would you go here? What would be your build?
Good question. I don't know. I've seen, I don't know how recently, but I've seen Echo Saber sometimes built on him. It's a decent item on Spectre. Gives her the mana regen that she needs in order to spam her dagger. Double hits, obviously, are very, very nice with Desolate. And
got here Kunkka going over Bane, X-Max to the spot, but that is not going to be enough damage for them to get a kill. Winter Wyvern using his ulti on the Weaver, taking a lot of damage, and meanwhile Power Shot is coming in, Rubik with his skills, and they are securing the kill on the Weaver here.
Yeah. Now,
this is exactly what we like to see from Czech Republic. They went with a smoke as a team, 4 men, to get the kill, and they got the kill at the end, giving enough space for Void to farm, keeping Team Sweden here in the middle. Boats into the sleep, Mars ulti coming up.
Bane Nightmares are really on point so far this game. They're managing to dodge a lot of ability casting. Bane gets his Fiend's Grip buff on the Kunkka, but does die in the end to a lot of damage. Oh, and
Faceless Void with the Chrono
jumps in
Sphere.
with the Chrono, manages to catch 3 Splinter Blast, doing a lot of damage inside that Chrono. They are going to find the kill on the Death Prophet. Mars going down immediately after. Spectre manages to slither away, but in the end, Sweden lose 3, Czech Republic only lose the Kunkka, and now they're perfectly in position in order to take this tier 1 mid.
This is exactly the coordination we talk about with the Czech Republic. Having the Void rotate into the team fight, bringing in the Chrono, and just bringing the extra manpower you need.
Oh,
power shot from on Spectre. She's going to try and do a lot of damage, but she knows she can't do much here because they're going to rotate, they're going to come to help. But this is what they want. They want to assert dominance, and this is exactly what Czech Republic is good at, asserting dominance on the map, letting the opponent team know we are here and we want the map, we control it.
Yep. Bane is, I have to mention Bane, he's playing very well. His Nightmares are very much allowing Team Sweden to survive a bit longer, to dodge some of those abilities. But it really isn't enough when Czech Republic brings more numbers, when they bring a lot of heroes to the fight. Because in the end, Bane is a single target hero. He can't really do much versus groups of heroes. So it's a bit of a struggle. Until the Weaver gets Aghanims, then Bane is pretty much their only save.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to rely on one save when you have so many different abilities coming out of Czech Republic that can lock down and basically disable you.
Exactly. We saw an attempt here from Mars and Bane to smoke and find someone in the jungle, but that just wasn't enough. Now, if we look at the Void, he already completed his Mask of Madness, and now he's going for a Maelstrom, which he already completed, I believe.
No, double Maelstrom. I like.
Double Maelstrom.
Lots of damage. Lots of magic damage and attack
Courier heal from the Weaver. Spectre is going to jump on the Void, but they know together that he can escape. Nothing he can do about it. On the other hand, we got the Kunkka, which is going for a BKB for the first item. Now, a BKB against Bane, against Mars and Death Prophet, how is that going to play out for them?
I like the BKB. It means that first of all, Bane can't nightmare him, right?
True.
He would have to commit Fiend's Grip if he wants to actually stop him. And if he commits Fiend's Grip, that means Void can jump in and Chrono. That means Wind Ranger can run around and do whatever she wants.
Yep.
So it makes Bane's choice of who to Fiend's Grip much harder. Another thing about the BKB is obviously Mars becomes irrelevant.
Oh, we got here Rubik with Mars's ulti jumping on Spectre, doing a lot of damage alone as a Rubik, and yeah,
he actually forces out the Haunt. That's actually very big. And now Spectre actually goes to mid. Kunkka is waiting there for her. Spirit Vessel's gonna take her down quite a bit, but she will stay healthy enough to get away.
Yeah, Spectre is a very tanky hero, very hard to kill. As she could go with Yasha, she's now going to complete it into a Manta style. This is the item we want to see.
Yeah, but this is actually a big advantage now for Czech Republic. Because Haunt is down, that means Spectre can't really participate that much in the next team fight. It gives Czech Republic a big a big window of opportunity now in order to put more pressure on the map and try and find a pickoff.
True, very much. We see here Czech Republic, once again, they're playing as a team. As you can see in their position, we got Rubik here jumping a little bit ahead, just scouting around what's gonna happen. We got Kunkka at the ready while farming in the lane, and the rest of the supports are in the jungle. And this is what they play. This is how they know. This is how they go as a team and play together and have each other's back. Because at the end of the day, Team Sweden is going to look for the kills. They're going to look for the ganks. And just whenever they found one, they're not going to find one. They're going to find 3 or if not 4.
Yep.
Having a smoke here, Czech Republic are going to go into the Dire, trying to look for a kill. They did see Bane there on the ward, if I'm not mistaken, and they will try and get the kill. Bane here is looking for the Wind Ranger, but he's not going to be able to much. And now he's going to be found by Rubik and Kunkka, which are going to he's going to put them to sleep. X-Mark to the spot, going to do a lot of damage with the Shackle, and we have a pause here. I don't think Bane has much chance here to survive.
No. He's in a nice little hiding spot there, but then he had to step out in order to look around, and he ran into Team Czech Republic there.
All right. We had a disconnect here, and now we're gonna get back very soon. Now, Bane here is dead, but he did try to save himself. He did have some nice sleep, but X marks the spot. This is exactly what you do against the sleep. So I think in a way Kunkka is a good and a very good even counter for Bane. And with the BKB coming up very soon, he will be able to defend, he will be able to prevent it. And this is what they need. I think Czech Republic here not only played for their strengths, but played for the counters of Team Sweden. What are your thoughts?
I mean, Bane was basically just dead there.
Yep.
Team Czech Republic had too many heroes there, so they couldn't really do much. He didn't really do much against it. He did his best.
True.
He tried to Nightmare the Kunkka. He managed to dodge the Torrent because of that. But X marks the spot was on him, and eventually brought him back into the Wind Ranger's clutches. So
yeah, so we can see that they eventually got the kill. I think he was just too deep in their jungle alone, no wards. It kind of brought it upon himself.
Grove Bow. The Czech Republic just found a Grove Bow. Grove Bow is going to be amazing on this Wind Ranger, or even on the Wyvern. Basically giving more range and amplifying magic damage. And we see Czech Republic putting an emphasis on magic damage. We got double Maelstrom coming out on both Void and Wind Ranger. So finding this Grove Bow is actually pretty big.
Where's yours?
Yeah, now we can see here the entire Czech Republic team are playing together. They're playing on the right side of the map. They're playing at the ready for someone to jump on anyone here, while giving their Kunkka and Void enough farm. Kunkka in the lane, Void in the Ancients. And this is the fun. This is how they play this strength, because they know that they need to give the Kunkka and Void a farm. And right now they're going to get the tier 1 as the net 4th of Void, and Kunkka is just in the skies relatively to the Spectre and the Mars here.
Yep.
And Spectre just needs to get her farm. She will not be able to participate still as we are 20 minutes in, because she just doesn't have enough damage. Not until she will finish that Manta style.
Yep, that Manta style is close to being finished, but so is a BKB on the Wind Ranger.
True.
So soon there's going to be double BKB, I imagine.
Oh, Chrono by Void jumping in and doing a lot of damage to the Weaver, who got caught here in the top lane. Nothing he could do about it, not enough time to use his ulti and go back in time. And
Yeah, he's just too squishy. Void's got the damage. Nice. Fine Fiend's grip. There's the heal, but Winter's Curse. The Wyvern manages to find the Bane and able to Winter's Curse and stop the Fiend's grip. And now the fight is being turned around as Void joins it, manages to kill the Bane and gets a double kill, finishing off the Mars as well. Exorcism was popped by the Death Prophet, but now she needs to escape as well as the Spectre. Haunt was used there as well in order to try and kill off that Wind Ranger. But Winter Wyvern coming in with the quick saves there and managing to allow the rest of her team to join up and turn that fight around.
And here we are, we're seeing a free Roshan. I'm assuming Faceless Void is going to grab that. And this is how they play this ref. Bane jumped in with his ulti, expecting his team to come and assist him, but by the time they came, it was too late because of Czech Republic's very close structure. We got Faceless Void grabbing the Aegis here.
They went for a good target. They found the Wind Ranger and immediately committed Haunt in order to try and bring her down very quickly. But they didn't expect the Winter Wyvern to be there and to react so quickly. And this is exactly what I said. If that Winter Wyvern is out there and able to cast her spells, Sweden is going to have a very tough time.
They will need to down
with Czech
very quickly. And I think this is Team Sweden here. They need to adapt. I think they now should understand that their play style should match against Czech Republic, because Czech Republic are playing very structured while Team Sweden are playing more broad, more around the map, trying to push different lanes, trying to split push. And I think Bane here, this is the second time that he forces a team fight that is not playing well for Team Sweden. And they will need to play a little bit more defensive in order to be able to farm, to be able to close the gap of the farm. And we got here trying to do a lot of damage on the tier 1 tower. Windrunner coming with the ulti and a beautiful shacket to Death Prophet and to the tree.
Oh, Nightmare. Rubik takes the Nightmare off the Wind Ranger so she can try and chase. There's the X marks the spot, but the Yules means he doesn't go back into the Torrent, but he's still going to die because Wind Ranger outputs so much damage with her ulti on. Bane managing to Glimmer TP away. So they lose the Death Prophet and they don't get the tier 1 either. So now Czech Republic are going to push. They have Aegis as well. So this is going to be a lot of pressure now coming out of Czech Republic.
Definitely. Now, we see here the Czech Republic pushing into tier 2, while Mars at the bottom pushing for Radiant's tier tower 2. And it's going to force basically Windrunner to go rotate, to defend, and that is enough for them, which prevents also from Czech Republic for getting the tier 2 for now.
Yeah, I feel like Sweden's got a very difficult task here. Basically, the only heroes that can probably deal with the Wyvern, like if they want to find the Wyvern early on in fights before she can get any of her spells off, it's got to be either the Mars with the Blink, which he's doing right now onto the Wind Ranger. Very nice pick off here. If they succeed, but Wind Ranger, nice. She bottles up, but she is going to go down in the end. This
is how they should play. They should pick up with one hero. They should spot, okay, the rest of the team is somewhere else. Someone is alone. We're jumping. We're not waiting any minute, and they use the Mars ult, and this is what they needed. This is how you do it.
I wonder if they decided not to TP someone there, or if they couldn't. Maybe if TP
I think it was too late.
So
Once the Mars ulti was up, I think it was a little too late.
I don't know. If Wyvern TP'd there, maybe they could have saved it. Exorcism used to take the T1, and they're going to take it without any problems and back off into the Radiant jungle.
Definitely. Now, Death Prophet here, she's playing well. She's playing with the Yule Scepter. She knows how to play. She knows when to time it against X marks the spot, because this is the second time where Kunkka tries to combo her with X marks the spot, with the Torrent, and with the boat even the first time, and she just evades that, she avoids that, and I think Czech Republic just didn't expect it, and this is the second time in a row where it was just unexpected there, and they're losing a kill on Death Prophet, because instead of waiting at the spot for X marks the spot, they should just go to where she Yules, jump on her then, or even predict where she's gonna Yules.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, here at the bottom, the Czech Republic are doing massive damage to Bane, and they might be able to get a kill. Rubik here doing a lot of damage, and putting to sleep, preventing the TP from Bane, who puts him back to sleep. Shackle shot and a lot of damage. Power shot is gonna end the kill on Bane, and Bane is getting caught once more in the jungle by himself. So far, we got the Void with the Aegis, who should end very soon. 1 minute here. This is the longest silence I think we have in the game. No hero can silence this long. And Death Prophet.
I think there is one hero that can silence longer. You know who that is?
Silencer, definitely.
No, not even Silencer.
Not Silencer. Who would that be then?
Techies.
Techies.
Techies Blastoff actually silences for a ridiculous amount of time. I think it's 7 seconds at level 4.
I'm just glad we don't have a Techies in this game.
Yeah.
Techies is a hero which is very annoying to play.
Very annoying to play against, very annoying to play with, very annoying to watch.
Definitely.
Actually, it's very enjoying to watch if you see a bunch of heroes blow up at the same time.
That's true. I think the Weaver here is trying to complete more farm and is a little bit struggling with the Aegis as Kunkka and they're trying to take hit at him, but he's just
they
in
miss
the trees.
with their abilities.
Exactly. No, with the trees, not be able to find him, and I think they don't even have a dust on either of them.
If they had hit the torrent, then maybe they could catch him with X marks and finish him off.
True. We got Kunkka here completing his BKB and going for an Aghanim Scepter next item instead of critical, which with critical damage I think would play much nicer for them against tanks like Spectre, like Death Prophet.
Yeah, but just remember Kunkka is the position 3. He's not the hard carry here, so he's not being relied on heavily for the damage. That's going to come out from Wind Ranger and Void. They already do plenty of damage. Kunkka is going for a build that focuses more on control that he can output. So Aghanims gives him that Torrent Storm, right? Which gives a lot of chaos. It puts a lot of chaos in the fight, gives a lot of control in the fight. Nice. Using the Stolen Nightmare here.
And I think this was a beautifully timed Ghost Ship. We saw the sleep was almost about to end where he did it. They didn't want to allow the Weaver the small window of opportunity to use his ulti to escape, and this was beautifully timed by Rubik and Kunkka.
Yeah, Weaver getting caught out by himself, and Rubik with Nightmare and his Arcane Supremacy, meaning Nightmare lasts for forever, allows Kunkka to join up, and they secure the kill. Here's another age-long Nightmare onto the Prophet. Nightmare actually is such a great spell to steal here because of how long it lasts with Rubik.
Now we have Yules here used by the Death Prophet, and she will not have it in the team fight for at least 10 seconds. Now, earlier, before what happened, we had Windrunner Shackle shot the Spectre, and she just used their Manta Cell just in time. We got Void here doing some massive damage as Bane is getting caught with the Torrent, putting himself in sleep to allow his team to come, but they just know it's too late, not gonna arrive.
Yeah, lots of shards being purchased on the team Czech Republic. We've got the shard and Void now.
Void with a Mjolnir, that is an interesting item instead of a BKB.
Oh, he went Mjolnir? He finished up the Mjolnir first? Interesting. More attack speed.
Definitely more attack speed. So I think this is what they play. They don't want the BKB. They want to capture as many as possible in the Chronosphere.
He's got the BKB.
Oh, he's got the BKB. Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Weaver getting caught and getting massive damage on him. A godlike streak for Faceless Void as he's 16k net worth, and that is insane within 27 minutes. I think he's playing very well, highly farmed, and he's now going for a Linken's if I'm not mistaken.
Alright, dude, I like this Kunkka's build. He got the shard as well before the Aghanims. So once again, Kunkka going for a lot of control here. Bane trying to help the Death Prophet out with Nightmare, but it's not going to be enough as Czech Republic converge with all 5 of their heroes. Void
It's the reverse time walk. And
yeah, he doesn't have Chrono, but he can still scare them.
Exactly. Now this is a play that we also saw from Czech Republic yesterday, where their main focus is control. It's not damage, it's not combo one, but it's control.
Look at that Kunkka shard. That's so cool.
That is
how he
amazing.
just pulls them back like that.
And Bane,
Bean's Grift.
With a counter from the Rubik, gonna prevent him with the Mars ulti coming up. BKB from Void and from Mars is gonna end. A beautiful spear from
Rubik
all the way with the Wyvern ulti, getting a kill on the Winter Wyvern, and Spectre is doing a massive damage here, jumping from one hero to another. With the Urn, she's gonna try and get the Kunkka, but that might not be enough. We see a BKB from Kunkka and a TP back. A lot of damage, but that is just not enough for them.
Yeah. As soon as Winter Wyvern was dead, and Spectre
but she popped up her ulti. She managed
she did pop off her ulti, but it didn't secure a kill. And the Spectre was just kind of free to attack everybody, so they had to go. They didn't have their big abilities either. Boat was used, Chrono was already used, so it was a less advantageous fight for Czech Republic, and they made the right choice to retreat in time, and they only lost the Wyvern in exchange for the Death Prophet. So I'd say it was a very good trade.
True. We can see Rubik here not only completed his Netherlands, but also got a Blink Dagger. Now Rubik here is using his control very well.
That explains how he's been stealing spells from so far away with
And
that
this is what they want. This is exactly what they want. They want to use control. They want to play around it, and they're doing it beautifully. But also, I think here, this last team fight was Team Sweden was able to prevent Czech Republic from pushing on, because this team fight could have been the game changer.
Yeah, Spectre's getting pretty big, by the way. Spectre's got a Scotty completed, and
scary.
Yep. So it's going to be pretty hard to bring her down, and she does quite a bit of damage now as well. Czech Republic really do have to try and focus everybody else down before finishing off that Spectre, because Spectre's just too beefy right now.
True. We see Czech Republic are going into the jungle looking for another kill. Weaver, on the meanwhile, just finished his Aghanim Scepter, which will give him the advantage that he needs in the team fights.
Okay, Weaver Aghanims is big. Weaver
exactly,
Aghanims
but we see a gem of sight from Kunkka. And I don't think they know about it yet. So we got Kunkka with the gem, and that is going to be very, very hard for them. We got Rubik here stunning Spear and into Mars, but they're not going to do any kill here. It's just storing more stun, more control.
Yep.
They're not acting on it.
Harass. Oh, the bash. He forces out the BKB.
Beautiful
and
spear
has to
back.
run away.
Beautiful spear.
Now Void looking for more. He does have Chrono.
He's looking for the
He
Chrono.
is
Beautiful
right
spear
now.
by the Rubik into the tree, which is going to give
see how far that spear traveled?
Is the Adderlands.
Holy moly. And now Wind Ranger trying to get the ulti off on Death Prophet. She manages to run away, though, using BKB. Now the boat coming out, and there's the Torrent Storm from the Kunkka. Meanwhile, Fiend's Grip is on this Wind Ranger, but she manages to get out of it eventually. Chrono going to catch this Death Prophet. Exorcism is still running. Void has to kill her before, but he's taking so much damage. In the end, the power shot does finish her off. Void took a lot of damage from that Exorcism, and now Kunkka using his shard in order to push some of the heroes away. Void living on a sliver of HP. The Spectre doing so much damage by herself. In the end, she cannot do it by herself. She does go down. It's a triple kill for the Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger, just with a bit of HP left, Kunkka trying to go for this Mars kill, but Bane buys back, and that's enough to make Kunkka retreat. In the end, Czech Republic do win this fight. They lose the Void, but they managed to get all the important kills, the Death Prophet and the Spectre, and what a crazy fight that was.
I'll be honest with you, this was my favorite team fight in the game so far. This, I don't know if we've seen this, but basically while we had the Chronosphere on Death Prophet, Faceless Void was able to get a kill on Bane through the Mjolnir. Bane was out of it. Bane was heading back to base. He was thinking he was safe. He was going home to heal up. But Faceless Void's Mjolnir just got the kill, and that is just a shame.
It procced and...
It procced and got the
so
kill
cool.
on Bane. And we got the Czech Republic going for the Roshan with a lot of damage input from Windrunner.
This is a very good Roshan. Spectre being dead means no Haunt in order to come in and disrupt it, and Sweden can't really contest it.
Exactly. We got the shard that will drop here, and I'm pretty sure...
Wow.
I think Rubik is going for the shard as well, but I'm not sure if Winter Wyvern or Rubik will pick it.
Yep, they've already got 2 shards. Maybe they give it to Wind Ranger for that, you know, that Gale Wind or Gale Force ability. Yep, she does take the shard, and she takes the Aegis as well.
Exactly. We saw in the game against Team Kosovo how well Wind Ranger can play her Gale, and this is a global ability. It's just gonna give them everything they need for the team fight, along with the Torrent Storm, with all the control that they have. This is Czech Republic, how they're playing.
So the thing about that last team fight is, I feel like a lot of it came down to individual skill rather than just team fight ability.
True.
Because I felt like Sweden had quite a lot of potential there. When Void was fighting the Death Prophet, he was taking a lot of damage from the Exorcism. He doesn't have any mitigation versus that.
True.
Because it is physical damage. So BKB doesn't help him versus it. And so when he was fighting the Death Prophet by himself, he almost died, and he would have died if the power shot didn't come in and kill the Death Prophet. And Spectre by herself was basically fighting 1v4. So Sweden does have the potential. They just have to take the right fight here.
We got Marcy
nice
with
arena.
the ulti coming up, getting a kill on the Rubik as Faceless Void jumps in, using this Chronosphere on the Weaver, and with a lot of damage. Meanwhile, we have the Torrent Storm here, almost getting a kill on Death Prophet as she yules here with the Winter Wyvern ult, and Faceless Void jumps in with a lot of damage input as they are positioning all around them. They are grouped up together, and just enough damage from them to get 2 kills so far, with the Gale coming up as they're trying to escape. But X-March's spot is going to prevent her from escaping, and Cezch is getting triple kill for the Void with a double kill for the Rubik, and that is just insane. Weaver here trying to do what he can, but that is just not going to be enough for him. He will try to escape, but he just can't. He's against 5 man. Beautifully played by Czech Republic as they are pushing through. 5-man kill. No many buybacks left, I think, from Team Sweden. Only we got Death Prophet here. Gonna get the mid barracks, and that was just one hell of a fight.
If they know there are no buybacks, they just go for Throne at this point. They're going for Throne. This is probably the end of the game, as Sweden lost this crucial team fight, and they might have lost game number 1 because of it, on the back of it.
But we still don't see a GG, which tells us Sweden still thinks they have a chance, because also Czech Republic, they know here they need to finish early. They need to do, and this is the GG called. Game 1, we had a win here from Czech Republic over Team Sweden. Beautifully played. I think Czech Republic did everything they could, and they managed to secure the kill, and they managed to secure the fight. Team Sweden here now understand for the first time who are they up against, because they had a beautifully played team fights, but that was just not enough for them.
Yep, this could be a repeat of their first meeting in the brackets.
I really hope not.
Right, 2-0. I want to talk about that last team fight, because there were some amazing stuff happening there. First of all, you saw the Mars with a very nice initiation. He manages to land an arena almost on 3 heroes. He spears the Wyvern. He knows that they're prioritizing the right targets. They go for the Wyvern. But the Wyvern got speared before the arena was completed. So he gets speared out of the arena. He doesn't get stunned there, meaning the Wyvern lives. That is mistake number 1, or unfortunate circumstance number 1 for Team Sweden, that the Wyvern lives. They manage to get the Rubik inside the arena. He dies very quickly, but he immediately buys back and gets back to the fight. In the meantime, Void goes to the back line, finds the Weaver. He solo chronos the Weaver. All right? This is what high-level teams do when they have different priorities for targets. He doesn't chrono the Spectre, he doesn't chrono the Death Prophet, he chronos the Weaver. Why? Because he knows that the Weaver is their main save. That Weaver, if he lives, he can save anybody else who gets stuck in chrono.
This is the Aghanim Scepter.
Right, exactly. So he gets the Weaver and he manages to pick him off first. So this is the trade-off that they did. Wyvern doesn't die, Weaver does die. And because that Wyvern lived, he gets an amazing curse-off on 3 heroes and groups them all up, meaning Void can come in and start hitting them, gets time dilation. Wind Ranger is doing her damage. And basically, at that point, all of Team Sweden are split up, and they can't team fight anymore.
Beautiful.
And Team Czech Republic take them out 1 by 1. So amazingly executed fight there by Team Czech Republic.
Exactly. So right before we're gonna go into game number 2, we're gonna have a few minutes short break here. So stay with us. We have game number 2 coming. Czech Republic versus Team Sweden. IESF 13th World Championship. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
onto Benji, and this could be the W. He misses the... Come out, they now start to make...
Hello and welcome back to IESF 13th World Championship. We are here live in Eilat, Israel. We just had a beautiful, beautiful match played against Team Sweden by Czech Republic. What are your thoughts, Aaron?
Oh man, that was a treat to watch. Like just seeing the team coordination from both of these teams, by the way, was a lot of fun to watch. That last team fight was a masterclass in how to prioritize your targets in team fight.
Definitely.
It was just amazing. I could go on for hours about just that single team fight, right? And how perfect it was for Czech Republic. But if we talk about the game as a whole, I feel like it all came down to Czech Republic playing slightly better in the end.
I agree.
I feel like the drafts were okay. Team Sweden had a good draft.
It was a fair draft.
It was a good draft. They were, you know, they had the potential to stand their own in the fights. You saw the Void could not 1v1 that Death Prophet
Agreed.
with Exorcism up. Spectre was doing quite a lot of damage and quite a lot by herself. You know, it took a couple of heroes just to keep control of her and take her down in the end. So I feel like Team Sweden draft had the potential, but in the end they were outplayed by Czech Republic.
Exactly. Now let's talk a little bit about Team Sweden draft. They had a draft of very, very tanky hero, and in the second to last team fight we saw how it took them so long to take them down. It took them, they managed to survive them. They had a lot of survivability with the BKBs up, with all their health and the health regeneration and the armor. They were just unable to get them down. And it took them, if I'm not mistaken, nearly 30 seconds. And that is not something very common with the whole Torrent Storm coming and the boat and the Void Chrono and the Mars stolen ulti. It was just insane out there. And the fact that we managed to survive that long just shows you, I think, that if they just managed to hold by their teeth a little bit longer in every team fight or just the entire match, they might have been able to turn this around.
Yeah, I want to mention the itemization too coming out of Czech Republic, because I feel like they itemized very well versus versus Team Sweden's lineup. We see that Void and Windranger went for the damage. They were the damage dealers. They both went for Maelstroms. They both went for items that gave them attack speed and magic damage, so that they could, you know, get through the high tankiness, high armor coming out of, you know, Spectres, heroes like Spectre. Other than that, we have Kunkka, who went for a lot of control. He got the Spirit Vessel first, which is great versus Death Prophet. It allows them to burst her down a lot easier. And then he went for a BKB into Aghanims and Aghanim's Shard. So both the Aghanims and the Aghanim Shard are a ton of control and chaos in the fight coming out of the Kunkka, making team fights so much harder for Sweden to take. Just those two items. So I feel like the Kunkka made great item choices.
Exactly. And in general, the shards for the Czech Republic team, they just played them right. And really, what Czech Republic did right in this game is the control. They were not up for the massive damage. They were not up for the big combo wombos. They were up for control. They wanted to control not only the team fight, but also the map. I think they did really well with just smoking around, going through everywhere. And they just played it very, very, very nicely.
Yeah, quick mention also about to the Rubik. Some really nice steals and really nice usage of his stolen spells. That one spear there that was from like, you know, half a map away was pretty insane. And that he hit it too. So,
exactly.
Really crazy stuff.
Now coming up here, we are back into the picks and bans. We see here Team Sweden on the Radiant side, Czech Republic on the Dire. 2 picks already made by Sweden. We see Snapfire and Mars, 2 heroes that play very nice together. We see the Cookie and we have the Mars all together. This is a very, very nice combo. And we see an immediate ban from Team Sweden, who are banning Kunkka and Night Stalker. We saw yesterday what Czech Republic are capable with Night Stalker, with Kunkka. We can really see how Team Sweden did their homework coming to this game now.
Yep, Sweden picking the Snapfire Mars, very nice combo, very nice opening. Snapfire's ulti comboing very well with Mars. Whoever's stuck in there is just going to get hit by a lot of molten balls of fire. Czech Republic going for the same opening, both bans and picks. They did something we've seen very consistently here at Czech Republic is that they did their homework. They know what they're up against. They know what their team, the enemies are favoring, and they ban both the Sand King and the Witch Doctor once again in those first 2 bans. So they know that Team Sweden prefers those heroes. They get rid of them. They pick the same opening. We've seen it work time and time again with this team, both the Void and the Wind Ranger being very, very strong for them. And they banned the Spectre. So the Spectre being banned shows that this was one of the components in last game that was a problem for them, and they don't want to deal with it this time around. They also get rid of the Weaver. Once again, those 2 things were were some of the bigger factors that came into play in how Sweden was able to, you know, outlast some of those fights and show us potential that they could maybe turn stuff around. So getting rid of those heroes, they're deciding to go against other stuff. They picked the Wyvern. Same heroes. I mean, Wyvern is just too good to pass up at this point. And Sweden go for an Ancient Apparition and an Ember Spirit. So what do you think about that?
Well, Ember Spirit, I think this is exactly what Czech Republic feared. This is usually what they ban, and this time they didn't ban him because they went on bans that go for Team Sweden, because Team Sweden used to play Witch Doctor and the Sand King in the previous games, especially against Israel, and it was exactly what they wanted to prevent, and Team Sweden just returned the coin, was like, no, we're picking Ember Spirit. And we see the same combo here from Czech Republic. We see the Void, the Wind Ranger, and the Winter Wyvern. Only this time we have Viper in the mix. And that is very interesting because Viper, with a lot of the armor reduction and a lot of the damage, it's going to play very nicely with the Faceless Void and Wind Ranger. I am a little bit concerned about their AoE damage because they have a lot of single target, as we can see. But it might not play very well for them this time. Because I'm pretty sure Team Sweden did their homework and they're coming to this much more prepared. And they are taking their time with the last ban because it is very, very crucial what will be the last hero for Czech Republic. And we can also see Czech Republic here making a first and insta-pick of Faceless Void and Wind Ranger because they know that Sweden will ban them. They know that this is not something they want to play, and they're going for the instant pick. They don't care if Team Sweden will counter them. They just want to have the Void and the Wind Ranger together as one.
You know what I like about the Wind Ranger pick too is that it's a very flexible pick.
Exactly.
Right? It doesn't have to be mid, and we see that Sweden also banned some, you know, potentially mid heroes in their second phase because they can't know if Wind Ranger is gonna be that mid hero or not. So they banned the Invoker, they banned the Lina, thinking, you know, these heroes are going to be a problem if they're picked against our lineup. So Wind Ranger is actually a very nice pick, and because they can play it in mid as well as, you know, as a support role, it makes it it makes it harder to draft against them.
Exactly. Now I'm very intrigued to see what will Team Sweden do for the last week because they are missing a hard carry, and I'm really I want to see what will they be, because I want to see if Czech Republic will be able to counter that. And Czech Republic, on the other hand, they will need. I think they're going for an off lane here, because I'm not sure if Viper will play as a semi-carry or will he play
I think
as
Viper's
supports.
going to be an off lane here. I mean, they might surprise us and suddenly pull out a Viper 5 or something.
Exactly. No,
But I doubt
probably
it.
Winter will be 5, but maybe Viper will be 4. We can never know.
It's going to be a Viper off lane. I like the AA pick from Sweden, by the way. I think that it counters the Wyvern a lot, right? You can't rely on that heal anymore that much. Ooh,
interesting pick from Team Sweden. We got Klinks. We see that they are going again for the whole Invis, as they had Weaver last game. Now they have the Klinks, and this is very interesting to see, because Klinks can be very problematic. If you get caught off guard, if you get caught alone, Klinks will be able to just get you, insta-kill you, especially if we're talking about heroes like Winter Wyvern or Viper even. He will not do much against Wind Ranger or even Void, I'll be honest with you, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. And Czech Republic here are taking their time with the last pick, because they need someone to be the last counter, you know, someone who will be able to get a control in the team fight, because control is what they're playing for, control is how they're playing, this is what they want. Yeah. So
I like Sweden's draft this time around. I feel like they have a good balance of magic and physical, first of all. Klinks deals a very high amount of physical damage. And then you've got the Ancient Apparition, obviously, that allows them to kill targets quicker.
Exactly. You see Doom pick here.
They've also got a lot of mobility, right? So both Ember Spirit and Klinks are pretty mobile. However, Czech Republic does have answers to that. They have the Chrono, they have the Viper Strike, and now they have Doom.
They have Doom. That is not something I anticipated, which tells us maybe Viper will play position 4 after all.
It's a mid Viper. Mambos is actually going to be on the mid.
Interesting.
And that's what we said about the Wind Ranger being a flexible pick here. They're putting it on the 4 now.
Interesting. So what they did basically, Team Sweden, I think they built their defenses here around this Faceless Void and Wind Ranger, but they did not expect Czech Republic to just say, no thank you, Wind Ranger is going to play here as a support. And I think this is a brilliant play from Czech Republic doing this.
Yep. I like the Doom too. Doom, the spell Doom, being one of the best single target spells in the game.
And just a disabler puts you out of the fights.
Yeah, it basically means you can't fight. Maybe Klinks, if he's farmed enough, he can actually stay in the fight with Doom on him.
But
other
Ember
than
might
that,
be useless here.
Yeah, you really want to run away if Doom is on you.
Exactly.
So
we're coming here into game number 2, Czech Republic versus Sweden.
This is the grand final.
This is the grand final. If Czech Republic will be able to get another win here, they are going to be the grand winners of this IESF tournament. And this is just incredible. They had a beautiful way coming up to where they are right now. They won every single match throughout the tournament, and they are a strong team. And I think Team Sweden is afraid of that. Because Team Sweden, let's be honest, they were kind of the underdogs here. They lost the first round, and ever since then they silently just was able to win game after game after game until they got back here in the final.
You know who else won all their games except one and then got to the grand finals and lost? LGD. And you know who are the underdogs? Team Spirit. Maybe we'll see a similar storyline happen here.
I pray for game 3 to go down. As we can see here, the laning is going to be quite obvious. I think we got Faceless Void on the top with Winter Wyvern, exactly as they did before. And we see here in the bottom lane, we will have Doom playing with Wind Ranger. Still, I see Czech Republic are not going for the bounty kills. They're not going for the first blood immediately. Why is that?
Good question. I mean, maybe they prioritize kind of getting that initial lane blockage going and making sure that their lanes start out properly. So you see the Ember starting back into the mid as well as the Viper. You see the Void starting all the way up in his lane. So they don't want to commit to a bounty rune because they know they don't have the players. They don't have enough heroes to go and commit versus it. All right, now Viper versus Ember.
That is hard.
Yeah, any melee hero versus Viper is going to struggle, and Ember is no exception. Viper just, you know, harasses way too much.
Exactly. And he got enough sustain with the mana. Like, look how harass he did, and he barely burned even a quarter of his mana.
Yeah, as soon as he gets the second point and puts it in Corrosive Skin as well, anytime Ember uses Slight and hits the Viper, he's going to take more damage.
Exactly.
So it really is a tough lane for the Ember. He's going to have to try and use his Flame Guard to secure last hits, maybe even his Sleight of Fist. Sleight of Fist is going to be...
Sleight of Fist will be the main.
Yeah, it's tough to secure last hits with Sleight of Fist because of the reduced damage to creeps, but he's going to have to try because otherwise he's not going to get much farm in this lane.
Exactly. Now, Mambus here playing the Viper, he just played the mid throughout the entire game, the entire series, like, very well. I think Mambus is one of the key mid players here in this tournament, and it just... You need to be able to fight that in order to counter that. In the top lane here, we got Mars together with Snapfire harassing Winter Viper quite a bit, as Festus Void will need to get quite a farm in the early game because he needs this early opening, and it will be hard for him.
Yeah, Doom actually farming quite well.
We saw DX, he is a very strong offlaner. He's able to create all the farm he needs in the early game to prevent the farm from the enemy team. As we see already 2 minutes in, he has 3 denies.
Oh, Snapfire might be in a lot of trouble. The Splinter Bash does connect.
Faceless Void and first blood for Faceless Void. Team Sweden getting the first blood again, as like in the game earlier, and they just able to get it.
Yep, very nice kill there. And it might be a second kill even. Oh, okay, Fairy Fire does keep him healthy. And Doom doesn't want to dive that tower.
Exactly.
So, Salve's going to be used in order to heal up on both sides. And they're just going to, you know, continue laning. Their Doom is... I'm surprised Doom is doing so well farming here against the Klinks. Klinks is also known for harassing quite a bit, but between that and prioritizing his farm, he's just not managing to do to keep the Doom away. And Doom is farming so much. I mean, he's also got Devour, which gives him a lot of gold.
Exactly.
So Doom, Doom is going to be pretty big this game. Well, like with this start, Doom is going to be very big, and that's going to be a problem for Czech Republic.
Exactly. We see Ember here is a bit struggling in the lane. He needs to regain a lot. He needs to waste his money on the salves, and that is just very hard to play against the Viper here. As we see Viper in the middle, just getting more hits. And I think so far we see from Czech Republic, we see how well they're able to farm, how well they're able to prevent farm, as already Viper has 10 denies within 3 minutes, and that is just a big denies that Ember is just not going to get. Having 10 denies already is just... It's not good for Ember. It's not looking good for the Ember. And Ember is a hero that needs to farm early on. He needs to be able to get his either Battle Fury or either Boots of Trouble, and he will need that.
Yeah.
That is going to be a big problem for him.
Yeah, Ember doesn't like playing from behind. Neither does Klinks, by the way.
Exactly.
Sweden's got a very tough challenge here. They do need to start this game strong. Otherwise, being on the back foot as Sweden's draft is going to be very, very difficult. And it'll allow Czech Republic to just run them over eventually with the Viper and the Wind Ranger. Yeah, I'm kind of scared for Sweden with the way this game's starting, because once again we're seeing all 3 cores on the side of Czech Republic getting their farm.
Exactly. Now, Czech Republic, what they do best, I think, is laning phase. They know that all they need is to create themselves a good farm early on, to create the space they need to just control the lane and prevent the farm from the enemy team. And once they do that, it will just be easier for them later on. And I think they're executing that beautifully, game after game. Now, in the bottom, we got Klinks and Ancient Apparition. Now, Klinks is very hard early on because you don't have a lot of health. Until you get your ulti, you will be very squishy. And exactly, we see here almost getting a kill. Doom is chasing him and getting another kill here. Czech Republic with the second kill for Doom. That is over the Klinks, and that is just hard.
Yeah, that is rough. Losing the Klinks there is pretty rough. Doom is just doing... Oh!
And a kill for the Viper with the overtime damage over Ember Spirit. This is the 3rd kill for Czech Republic as they are 5 minutes in with 2k lead. Not looking good for Sweden, but
that is very rough.
Nothing is set in stone yet.
Yeah, Sweden taking a couple of pretty hard hits there. Both losing both their position 1 and their position 2. Yeah, this laning phase is going great for Czech Republic, and Doom's gonna commit. He's got the burning ground on, and they're gonna kill the Clinks again. And this is huge. He just came back to lane, meaning he's dead for 20 seconds, and he won't be able to TP back to lane. He's losing so much time here now, which he could be farming or harassing the enemy. And now, this off lane for Czech Republic is just going so well. Sweden's gonna have to find some way to recover from this, because this is a very bad spot for them to be in.
Exactly. Having Clinks low in farm is just, it's not gonna play well, because we have Ember low in farm, we have Clinks low in farm, and they eventually, if they want to create enough space for one of them to be able to farm, they will need to participate in team fights with the rest of the heroes. And having two key heroes like Ember Spirit and Clinks out farm is not going to play well for them.
Yep. The fact that this Doom's getting big is, it has other implications as well. It means that this Windranger will be able to rotate and do a lot of work in other parts of the map. Wyvern doing some nice juking there. Oh, the spear just misses. It was a nice attempt. It was a nice attempt to stop that TP, a blind spear, but it just misses, and Wyvern manages to outplay them there and TP away.
And now this is not very good for Sweden, because they need the kills. They need to get the kills early on, because they are 4-0 so far, and that is going to be very crucial for them.
This was 3 heroes going for that Wyvern too. Lots of space created. Oh. Another attempt at a spear, trying to pull the Void in closer to the tower, but it didn't work, and Void would have time walked away anyway.
Exactly. Got some more. Oh, a shuttle shot, and a lot of damage coming now, and that might get another kill. And yep, this is a kill on the Ancient Apparition. Doom getting some nice damage here, but it's nothing enough to be even close for a kill.
This Doom is doing whatever he wants this game, and now Wyvern once again gonna play around with these heroes. They do have damage this time though, and are able to take her out. But once again, she's creating space. Oh, Ember's in a lot of trouble. He gets Viper Strike on him. Lots of damage. Lots of damage over time, but they, oh my god, Sweden bring 4 heroes in trying to kill the Viper, and he's still surviving. The spear pushes him away, doesn't stun him though, and he's actually going to get a return kill onto the Ancient Apparition before going down.
Exactly.
So Sweden with a couple of much needed kills.
That is a problem. 4 heroes to kill a single Viper is a problem.
It is a problem.
And Mambus, I think he knew what was coming for him. He knew he was probably not going to survive this. In the beginning, after he got speared away, he was like, okay, maybe I will be able to escape. But at the end of the day, he knew that's not going to happen. So he just took everything he had, went on the Ember, and he secured the kill. And that is preventing the Ember more and more from farming. And it is not looking good right now for Team Sweden.
Yep, 3K lead 8 minutes in is actually pretty substantial. So, yeah, things are looking pretty rough for Sweden. Windranger running in. We said Windranger can just start roaming as soon as the Doom is there by himself. And now Ember, he remnants away. Viper Strike, though, is not able to, you're not able to dodge it. Doom is going to find the Clinks by himself farming and cast Doom on him. Now Doom is by himself. Well, he does have Wyvern with him. Ember going for the kill, but the heal is going to keep him alive. And Ember's going to go down as well. Another 2 cores going down on the side of Sweden.
For Doom.
And yeah, and this is just looking, this is just looking more and more grim. Czech Republic are basically running them over before 10 minutes.
Exactly. We see Doom here with Hand of Midas before. At 9 minutes, he completed his Hand of Midas. Plus having all the kills that he had. This is
Doom
an
with
amazing
Midas.
Farm. Exactly. This is farm that Doom is going to need, and that's just going to be very hard for Team Sweden to come back from. And I think back then where the Ember, he shouldn't have jumped on the Doom. He should have foreseen that they just got a kill on the Clinks. He shouldn't being greedy there was the wrong decision.
Yep. Doom at 5.5k net worth at 10 minutes in. He is going to be huge. This Doom is going to do so much. He's already doing so much, but he's going to do even more with all of this net worth.
Exactly. Oh, we got Viper here targeting the Ember, and with the Shackle Shot being into a double kill. Ember, we got here with the Mars going down the arena. A lot of damage coming from Snapfire, and they might be able to get a kill on the Viper, but a lot of attack speed, but eventually he survives and manages to escape. A beautifully played by Viper with the haste rune that is just gonna give him the edge he needs to prevent the kill. And that is another kill for Czech Republic over Sweden, where they kill the Ember and run away. 0 kills for Team Sweden there.
This Wyvern is playing perfectly.
This Wyvern is
Last
playing
game
amazing.
too, but this game as well. Splinter Blast keeping everybody away from the Viper, and just all the heals on point, playing really well.
What a beautiful Shackle on Ember to prevent him. Also, Winter Wyvern using his ulti on Mars just to prevent him from coming to him. That is what they needed. Doom here dodging the Ancient Apparition ulti, and they're just playing really nice.
Wow.
Oh, Void here.
Solo kill.
With the
Clinks
Chronosphere.
going down once again, this time to Void.
Already has a Morbid Mask and...
He's got the Mask of Madness complete.
Exactly.
Wow, Clinks is just not finding any space in this game. Even if he goes to jungle, Czech Republic are hunting. They are
hunting. They know they are 7k lead within 11 minutes. That is rough, and this Doom already has
He's halfway to a BKB.
He's halfway through a BKB.
That's insane.
He has a Soul Ring, he has a Hand of Midas, he got the kills, he got a nearly 7k net worth, and that is exactly the edge that Czech Republic will need. And on top of that, we have Faceless Void that was able to not participate in any team fight and yet be on top of the charts, and this is what they do best.
He had free farm.
He had free farm.
If you saw Mars wasn't, you know, in the lane that much, he was chasing the Wyvern. He was rotating to mid. So Void just farmed this entire time, and as soon as he saw the Clinks alone, he already had enough farm to kill him by himself.
Exactly. And we got here Ancient Apparition and Mars trying to change Windrunner. Using the Verse and the Spear getting the kill. Very nicely done. This is very nice kill that coming from them. Clinks here trying to steal Doom's stack that he worked very hard on.
Yep, this is Clinks' stack technically, but it looks like Czech Republic are not going to let them finish it off, as they do invade the triangle. Sweden bring 4 heroes, 5 heroes even, in order to try and protect these Ancients. They want that Clinks to at least get this little bit of farm for himself. This is his only way to recover right now.
Exactly.
Don't mind if I do.
Now, I think Team Sweden here, they should play more together. I mean, it will be very hard for them, but at the end of the day, this is what they need, because they get picked off one by one here. That is something that is not very... This is not something Czech Republic does a lot. They don't chase one person. They look for the team fight. They're looking for the big... And we got here with the smoke coming up into a Shackle Shot into Ancient Apparition, and a lot of damage on them. And that's just a secured kill on Ancient Apparition. Here we got Ember trying to get a little some farm here in the jungle, but not sure if he's actually trying to farm or just escaping wind. Because they do know he's there, they saw him in the wood and in the top jungle right now. They'll be fighting him, and that might be the death of him.
Yep. Void almost completing the Maelstrom, along with the Mask of Madness. We're 14 minutes in. And
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This advantage is just getting steeper and steeper. 9k net worth lead for Czech Republic, and
once again they were not able to secure the kill there on Ember.
Yeah, but Sweden's just not finding space.
Exactly.
Like any space they're trying to get is immediately being countered by Czech Republic. They want to farm their triangle? Nope, Void's in there right now. They want to farm their jungle? They're gonna get hunted down by Wind Ranger. So this is really rough for Sweden.
It's tough.
Czech Republic are just showing us how it's
we
done.
got Winter Wyvern with the ult coming on very hard with Mars eventually almost killing Ancient Apparition, but Ancient Apparition is dying at the end. Was not able to save him with the cookie.
That was cute. The cookie put him up on the cliff, but they had the ward up there, so they saw him. And
Chronosphere into Mars, doing a lot of damage as he catches both Snapfire and Mars, and that is a kill on Mars. That is a kill on Snapfire. Ancient Apparition will hit with his ulti Void. Winter Wyvern getting some health done, but eventually that is just not looking good for Team Sweden here. Czech Republic with a beautiful team fight. Picked off one after another, 3 kills down for Czech Republic.
Yeah, AA even bought back in order to try and get the ulti off and get at least 1 or 2 kills, but he doesn't hit the right targets, and eventually...
missed the Shackle Shot, which if she did hit the Shackle Shot, that would be a secure kill. Wind, just that We got Klinks here securing the kill on Wind, and now Klinks, we can see that he actually got enough damage to be able to kill a Windrunner.
Yeah, it is a Windrunner 4, Wind Ranger 4. And if she didn't miss the shackle shot, it might have been different.
Exactly, exactly. I am surprised that the Czech Republic didn't try and go for the Roshan here after the team fight.
Oh, Snapfire ulti.
Trying to hit from very far away, but
I'm not really sure why that was used. Maybe they were counting on the Mars to initiate with the Arena onto the Void.
I think they were counting on Ember Spirit to put him in place and root him, but it just wasn't enough here.
Yep.
Yep, things are not looking nice for Sweden, but Sweden can still back up from this. They still have the potential. They just need, it's all about positioning for them right now. If they catch the right heroes at the right time, they will be able to turn this over, and nothing is set in stone, nothing is lost yet. They're just gonna need to work very hard in order to secure the win here.
Yeah, they're gonna have to pull out some sort of a miracle here in order to try and come back, because this lead is actually very difficult to come back from at this point of the game. 12k net worth lead, 16 minutes in. It's rough. Doom is going to have a blink pretty soon, and that along with his Centaur Stomp. He has the BKB too, right? It's pretty crazy. Oh, Ember taking a lot of damage. Does have a Remnant out, and now the rest of Team Sweden's coming in. They might want to look for this Void, but they don't know the Wyvern is there in the back. Now
and
the Wyvern
with
gets
the
a curse
ulti.
off.
They are able to almost secure the kill here on the Klinks, but he will eventually die. Ancient Abrasion ulti is gonna eventually not help him, and he's dead as well. 2 kills again for Czech Republic. Snapfire here escaping down and to defend a bit bottom lane, but that is just might be too late for them.
Yeah, Wyvern finds a very nice curse there on 3, and they bring the Klinks down low.
I think they just waited too long. They waited too long to jump.
They wanted, you know, it's so hard in that situation to know what to do. They wanted to go for the Void, but they were afraid, and rightfully so, that there was a Wyvern there in the back.
True.
And eventually the Wyvern manages to spot 3 of them together and just gets the curse off, and that's it.
Yeah, eventually
Wyvern is playing so well this game.
And we see here Viper here pushing the tier 2. We see the entire Czech Republic TR. They're once again they are together, and this is what we see them doing every single game. And I'm surprised here that Sweden are not be able to counter that, as Ember Spirit 17 minutes in only has not even a Maelstrom.
No.
Not even a Maelstrom.
Just the Mithril Hammer. It's not looking good for Ember. Ember's very poor right now. This Snapfire doing what he can. There's the Blink initiation from the Mars into the AA ulti. They find the kill on the Void. Very much needed kill for Sweden, and now using the Snapfire ulti, they're going for the Wind Ranger, but Wyvern keeps her healthy. Now Doom just runs in with his Scorched Earth, with his Centaur Stomp, and they find the kill on that Snapfire, and now AA is in trouble. He tries to TP out, but Doom stops that TP. They even use the Winter's Curse in order to stop it.
When you want to secure a kill on Klinks, this is what you do.
At some point, the Klinks dies there as well from something, from damage over time from the Viper. And they trade 3 for 1. A very nice kill for Sweden, getting that Void, but they pay a huge price for it.
Exactly. We have Ember here trying to defend in the bottom together with Mars to prevent them from getting the tier 2, which will play a crucial part lately. But we are 18 minutes in. We see a 15k difference, and it is not looking good for Sweden right now.
But we do see potential that they can maybe get something done. If they can find, you know, one teammate from Czech Republic alone, we see that they have the potential to bring a target down, a single target down.
Oh, Doom here jumping on Ancient Abrasion, doing some nice damage, but he did see Mars around. He did see Mars, and he just not.
He's just gonna die from the Scorched Earth.
Exactly.
Oh,
but
AA Blast
with
hits him.
a beautiful ulti that might be able to secure the kill on Doom there. We will see that very soon. Viper here playing very aggressive in order to scare off Mars and Snapfire, and he's doing it beautifully. But it looks like Doom has survived.
Yep, Doom survives in the end. So it was a close one.
It was a very close one.
Oh, Ember's in trouble. There's Chrono onto the Ember, and that is a dead Ember.
A beautiful snipe there from Windrunner, who eventually gets the kill.
Gets tipped by his teammate as well.
Exactly.
Nice kill steal, friend.
We see here a push on the tier 2, and they will be able to do some significant damage to that.
Dude, this Doom has as much net worth as the top 2 cores together on Sweden.
That is one scary Doom. Here, Doom jumping on Mars, doing a lot of damage, but eventually Mars have a significant attack speed. pushing him off with the spear, beautifully executed, and he's able to prevent his escape with a Blink Dagger there, Snapfire with the cookie. Is just securing the escape here.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get away with that much escape.
Grove Bow on Clinks, which will play very good for them. That might be the neutral item that he needs to prevent.
I'd say Grove Bow is less effective here for Sweden, just because a lot of their damage is physical.
Exactly.
So there is some magical damage, but I mean, it is better than nothing, right?
Exactly.
It's not a
useless
useless
item. Faceless Void with the same build as before.
Wind Ranger has a shard.
And Mars ulti coming up, double spear into Viper and Faceless Void. A lot of damage. They find the Void before he gets the Chrono. And Winter Wyvern with the ulti, significant damage as Viper is hitting from the back, positioning himself better, getting a kill on Amber Spirit with a lot of damage coming into Mars here with Winter Wyvern trying to heal Viper, trying to get him to survive. But Power Shot is missing Mars, and Mars is just able to survive one more time. Doom coming up on Amber very hard after a buyback, and that is securing the kill on Amber, and he's just dead. Following up on the Ancient Apparition, securing a second kill. This is the third kill for Czech Republic on this team fight. Beautifully executed, even though they switched their Faceless Void and Viper for it.
This fight's still going on. Doom is just jumping in. Oh, he might have committed too much, but there's the heal out from the Wyvern, and that's a triple kill for the Doom. Mars going to get killed here by the Wind Ranger.
And he lives!
Ultra kill for the Doom.
And Doom lives. Beautifully executed by Winter Wyvern. That is the exact time to use that, as Clinks was just keep targeting Doom, and he was able to survive this. And that is just amazing how Doom survived this team fight with all the armor. And he gets the kill. Amazing play, amazing snipe.
He gets tipped by everybody in the game, basically.
Ancient Apparition is able to secure the kill on Doom. We spoke too soon, and that is just incredible snipe from Team Sweden. And you know what? Maybe this is the momentum boost that they needed. Maybe this will bring them back.
He just blinks into the blast.
Amazing
so
play.
Unfortunate. Czech Republic are still gonna take advantage of this window of opportunity and take the Roche, but that last fight, Sweden showed they're in the game, all right? They got their initiation on the Void. They killed him exactly like the last fight.
No Chronosphere.
No Chronosphere, no nothing. They finished off the Void very quickly. It was very effective. And then they even got the Viper as well. Mars has a hood, meaning that Viper, all that magic damage is getting absorbed by the hood. And Mars was able to front line and get into that Viper. And they were able to kill the Viper as well. The only issue here that Sweden had this time,
that is a Chrono.
I'm sorry, AA, you're not getting away from that.
Faceless Void is not playing around. He said, "You sniped my teammate. I am not letting you live on this one."
It's the frustration, right? He gets picked off every time he can't use Chrono in team fight, so he's like, if I can't use Chronos in team fight, I might as well just use it and kill a solo Ancient Apparition.
We've all been there. We know how it feels like. And I do want to mention AA again with that snipe, because they had no wards there.
Top tower is under attack.
They had no wards there, and they simply just snipe in the blind. He was able to secure the kill in complete darkness.
Yeah. So Sweden had a great team fight, but their problem is that Czech Republic's laning phase was just too strong.
It's too late for
this
them.
Doom was huge. He is huge. And he was able to just carry this fight, even with the Void and the Viper dying early on.
Exactly.
Sweden still lost all of their heroes and a dieback on the Ember on that last fight.
Exactly.
So Sweden have the potential, but Czech Republic's heroes are just too far ahead that it might just not be able to happen, even with the perfect initiation.
Exactly. We have tier 2 here coming down as Team Sweden is trying to smoke through the woods, maybe to catch someone there. They got to a point where in order to get to their own triangle, they need to smoke, and that is scary. Yep. They're going to ward there in the triangle, while the Team Czech Republic are going to push in the bottom, trying to get maybe a tier 3, maybe to force even a team fight.
This is going to be huge.
And this is going to be probably one of the last team fights in the game, as this will determine what will come down. Mars with the ulti, with a spear, Ancient Apparition on Doom, but that's gonna hit with the BKB. Got Doom popping up straight on Amber Spirit. He does not have a buyback, and that is just not looking good for Team Sweden right now, as they are pushing very hard, very hard.
Yep. Ember found himself in a weird position, which means that the Mars initiation was also kind of out of position there. And Doom with the quick fingers on his BKB means that they can't really take him down.
We have Faceless Void here, who's faking Chronosphere time walking in, time walking back.
Yeah,
and
still
they
got
just
25 seconds on the
exactly,
cooldown.
but they don't know that. They do not know when it's gonna come.
Oh, that is so cool. His time walk has enough range to get out of the cold feed. So he uses it to break the cold feed and go back.
Amazing.
That's cute. That's a cute play.
Faceless Void here getting a kill on Snapfire. And with Wind the Wyvern,
nice
catches
curse.
both Engine Appreciation and Mars and the Doom coming with the Shiva's Guard, securing the kill on Engine Appreciation with the Cookie trying to jump in, trying to defend the tier 3 tower. Not enough health. Windrunner here.
Nice shackle.
Beautiful shackle on Mars and Snapfire, doing a lot of damage here from Ember, coming on, chasing down the Viper and the Winter Viper, but eventually he doesn't know who to target. Chronosphere
comes out.
is able to secure the kill.
Proc killing the Mars.
Amazing, amazing play. And this is the GG coming from Czech Republic, taking down game number 2. And
congratulations to Czech Republic.
Winning the IESF 13th World Championship, Dota 2. Czech Republic here with the win. 2 games in a row. They played very nicely throughout the entire series of this tournament. And that was just been incredible plays. This is the type of plays that we see here are just... We can't explain it, how they coordinate themselves so well. They're gonna win the trophy, they're gonna get everything here, and I think beautifully executed. Amazing plays from them.
Yeah, Czech Republic definitely showed that they are the best team here at this tournament, and they just showed it. They showed
exactly
how well they played in the team fights, their individual skill as well. They dominated their lanes, they pushed their advantages, and they were able to just dominate this tournament.
Exactly, and we see here all the handshakes coming as right now. They just they're feeling great. They won every game. They haven't lost a single game, and that just shows how good of a team you are, and just how important it is to dominate early, and that's just going to be enough for them.
Yep, we see Team Sweden here huddling. They're not that sad. They're still together. They may be disappointed, but they've still got their camaraderie there.
Exactly. Exactly. They managed to come back from losing the single in the first round, coming back here to the finals. They made a great way here. I think they are wonderful players, and right now we see them. Yep. Czech Republic here with the trophy here are able to secure it, and that is just a wonderful play. This is what Dota is about.
Yep.
And that is just amazing. I love it. I love Dota, and this is why I'm here. This is the game. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, we want to thank our partners for this tournament, for allowing this amazing tournament to happen. We have Republic of Gaming, ASUS, IESA, Israeli Esports Association, Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, Republic of Korea, Maccabi World Union, Maccabiya, City of Eilat, IESF, Taiwan Excellence, Bitsoft, and the rest of our wonderful partners who allowed and enabled this tournament, a great tournament to happen. Not just Dota, all the other games that were played throughout the past couple of days. We are going to go on a break soon, and a couple hours later at 2 o'clock approximately, we're going to have the closing ceremonies for this tournament. This was the last game of the tournament. We had a great time. I had a great time.
I had a great time. Thank you very much, Aaron. I'm Omer. This was Dota 2 for the IESF 13th World Championship in Eilat, Israel. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the closing ceremony in a couple of hours. Thank you.